What's going on, guys? If you have not yet seen any of my videos or do not know who I am, I'm Peter Roberts. This is a new thing to me. This is super fun. I have been currently and recently been vlogging some of my landscaping jobs and lawn care jobs that I have been doing the past couple weeks. And this is a great start and something that I continue to hope doing for the future. So just left the gym here, guys, and I want to share with you kind of my story, how I was a high schooler, and how I started my own lawn care company. I think this can be really relatable to a lot of kids my age that are starting out, and someone who's just looking to start out no matter how old you are. If you're working a job that you hate right now and you want to start something for yourself, I'm going to share exactly how I personally got started on my journey and currently where I'm at right now. So like I said, this is all vlogging has been going on recently, so there was a time when I wasn't really doing this in front of the camera. So let me get started. So there was my junior year, I went to high school. There was a kid in my grade who used to bring his trailer to school. He'd have a commercial lawnmower, and he would be kind of like the cool kid. I'm like, one of my close buddies, I was like, dude, what are you doing? He's like, I'm just out here cutting grass and I'm starting a landscaping company. Years down the line, as we went through high school, he became successful, and kind of through that whole high school phase, I really looked up to him. I was like, he's working for himself, he's his own boss, and I was like super thrilled, and I was like, this is something that I wanted to do. So back when I was about 9-10 years old, my dad currently or used to push mow lawns in the neighborhood, and I would go out there and help him. And I always had the desire to go out there, hustle, work hard, and just prove myself to my dad. And kind of that's what I did. I learned that skill when I was young, and I kind of carried that through high school. And there was a time when I was working at a restaurant, and it really wasn't fulfilling to me. Yes, I thought the money was great, making $150, $200 a night, but working from 9 in the morning to like 11 at night. So I was super exhausted, and it wasn't really the best thing for me. I loved engaging and talking to people, but it just really wasn't what I wanted. I would go to school and he would be doing his thing. I was like, wow, this is something I want to do. How do I start? And I just thought, I always kept pushing it back. Like, this is way too hard for me to start. There's no way that I can do it. But luckily I had a truck. I had an 07 blue Toyota Tacoma, and that's what got me started. So basically, there was times following that restaurant job, I had worked at a farm, and during that farm period, I was like, this is the time for me. So I'd work from 8 to like 5 at the farm, exhausted, but I knew that this was an opportunity for me to step in and get started on what I wanted. So what I did is I went on like Vistaprint or something, made some business cards, passed them out in the neighborhood, knocked on a few doors in the neighborhood, and that's when I began. I remember getting my first job here. Was a townhouse right up the street from me, and I was like, great, I'm gonna start servicing you. So what I did is I loaded my dad's lawnmower, his push Turo lawnmower, my dad's weed whacker, and my dad's blower. He was happy for me, but he was not that happy because I was using all his equipment, making money. And at that time, I really didn't understand what's the big deal if I use his equipment. I'm just getting started, but now that I know, equipment is precious, so it all made sense. But eventually, I was able to get in a small community. I was able to work with some of the neighbors in my community as well. And I started growing from like 1 to 2 lawns a week to about 3 or 4. And this was all in a matter of a couple weeks, guys. This was very short term. It was right in the beginning of summer. And once this happened, I was slowly weaning away from my job at the farm. So I would go from the farm to cutting grass and getting started. I would have all my stuff in the trailer. I remember loading it all into the trailer, lifting it up, and it's in the bed of my truck actually, lifting the bed of my truck and going on my way. So what I did is after that, I eventually bought my own lawnmower. So I don't remember if it was used or new, but I remember getting a lawnmower. It was a Honda push mower, and that's when I began getting started on my own terms. I remember still using my dad's weed whacker and my dad's blower. So once I picked up 3 or 4 customers, I was like, this is the time to invest what I've made back into myself, and I bought myself a lawnmower. Then 2 weeks down the road, I'm getting like 3 more. I ended up having like 7 or 8 a week. By like the first or second week, it was super pumped. I was super pumped. I was super thrilled. I was like, this is something I like. And this is a time where I really realized that it was super possible to make this like something I really want to do. because I was working for like $10 an hour on a farm, grinding in the heat, planning stuff, doing slave labor basically, making $10 an hour, and I would get off work and I would quickly make $20 in like 25 minutes. I was like, wow, this is amazing. I can't beat that. So I kept pursuing. Slowly, once I had a decent amount of customers, I was running out of time. So what I did is I jacked up the price just a little bit. I raised my price, and I got started with that. So it was super fun, and I was able to grow my customers very shortly, and eventually I started buying myself some more equipment. So that's kind of where I got started. After I bought my push mower, I bought a weed whacker. Then after the weed whacker, I ended up getting a blower. So, and the stuff was not at the top of the line. I remember having like the cheapest Echo string trimmer. It was a straight string trimmer. So didn't go with the curled shaft. I went right for it. I bought that. Then I ended up marketing. So what I did is I printed out flyers, and I ended up passing around the community. Then I got my first mulch job right in the middle of summer. Then I started trimming bushes, and just once I got my name out there and I was a reliable service, I was able to grow a decent customer. What I did is I had a notebook that's actually still in the back of my truck, and I would write down who I would do, and check their name every week or bi-weekly. I would give them a call the day before and say, hey, this is when I'm coming over, and that's kind of how I got started. I kind of built a good reputation in the community, and I was able to grow a small business for myself. And then there was a time after that summer was over, I was able to grow about 25 customers, a weekly, bi-weekly mowing schedule. That first summer ever getting started. So, and that was at a moderation. I wasn't really pushing too hard because I was still young. I still wanted to have fun. I still wanted to go on the boats on the weekends, and I still wanted to like only work a few hours the less as possible. So wasn't really fully invested in, but I was able to grow accounts, and you are too, guys. Once you get your name out there, once you're trying to reach out to the community, just get out there. What I did, something that was helpful for me, is I got my mom, I got my uncle that lived in my area, and I was like, can you guys just let the community know? I slowly told a few people, the older people, and they would say, this young man is starting a lawn/landscaping company. Does anybody need work? If so, he's a reliable person. Here's his number. And sure enough, that worked great for me. I was able to grow organically without paying money or putting out ads out there. So something I recommend for that. So then the second season came along. I had all this equipment here, and I was like, this is about time to buy me a trailer. I was tired of sitting, loading all the mowers and stuff. Every house I would go to, sometimes 4 or 5 a day, I would have to take it in, pull it in, out, all that stuff. So got a little tedious, and I was able to buy myself a small trailer. I was super pumped. Then that season coming up, the second season, I was able to get more mulch jobs. So I was able to use the trailer to get mulch. I was able to trim more bushes, and I was able to grow more clients on the yard side and the mowing side. So super excited. My second year, I was able to make a decent amount of money. I was still investing in myself, and finally the third year came along. Basically in the second year, I still continued to do everything I did. I grew and I pushed. From that 25, I grew to about 35 to 40 lawns a week, with about 60 clients, I'd say, but some of them were very like on and off. And those clients I continued to weed out. I just really wanted reliable and fast, like, servicing customers. I wanted someone who I can trust, and I didn't want to serve customers that were not reliable to me. So I knew my value and I knew my service, and I wanted to find the best customers that I could. Then the third year came along, guys. Super pumped going into the third year. In this first and second year, I did have to try for business. I had to post stuff on Facebook. I used a community service app that helped me. It's called Nextdoor. So I was out there grinding, looking for customers heavily. Anybody that posted about needing someone to cut their grass, you for sure know that I was DMing them, and I was messaging them directly saying, hey, I am a local in your community. I would love the opportunity to cut your grass. Would you like to schedule an estimate? I can be out there this time. And once I reached out to them, there's a lot of people that did the same thing, but they weren't direct and they weren't professional. Once I said it in professional manner, I was able to tell them that I'm serious and I won't blow them off. So I was able to grow about 10, 15 more customers just on that one app. Then going to the third season, which is currently right now, I'm up to about 45 to 50 lawns a week by myself, solo lawn care. I was able to buy a new Cub Cadet Zero Turn Ultima, which cost me about $3,000. I was able to buy a walk behind mower. I was able to buy more string trimmers, echo trimmers, and a backpack blower, and blowers and tools like that. So slowly I was able to grow and grow and grow, but it took patience, it took time, and it took a lot of hard work. For anyone out there, it's not going to be easy to go from 2 to 100 customers in a week or even one season. It's really not heard of. You got to get your name out there, and it's so possible, guys. I remember just being on the grind every day, being motivated, and trying to prove something for myself. And it was something that I really loved. I wanted to build something for myself. I was able to build great communication skills with people. I was able to be very trustworthy, and people were able to rely on me. And that's what really helped me. I was never the type of service or type of worker that would blow someone off. Once I set a time, I was always there, and I use my cell phone to my advantage, guys. Something that I see a lot of is people, it's kind of familiar and common in the lawn care and landscaping company, and someone who's mowing grass is, hey, how are you doing? I'll call, set up an estimate, and the first complaint is, will you be there when you tell me? Will you show up when you're scheduled? And of course, yes ma'am, yes sir, I will be there exactly when I say so. And something that I could not stress more and more and more is that people need reliability in this type of business. And if you're providing that reliability and you're becoming a trustworthy name in your community, I 100% guarantee you that you will organically, naturally, and progressively scale your lawn care business in a matter of time, guys. This is what will set you away from the competition, and this is the most thing that has allowed me to succeed in this industry and this community here, because I'm in a small community in Maryland. There's a lot of people doing what I'm doing, but each and every day I'm getting phone calls. I'm booked as well, but there's people that are calling me and messaging me saying, can you come out here? My lawn guy is not showing up today. Well, currently I have my schedule busy. I can be here in a few days, and some people will respect that and some people won't. So my third year, guys, I'm super confident in myself. I really didn't have to do no calling or searching. My phone has been blowing up every day, and this business has been great, but it's all from a decision I made in high school, guys. I just knew I wanted to work for myself. I knew I wanted to be my own boss, and I knew that I wanted to escape being under someone else's wing. And all I can say right now is you can do it too. If you have no equipment right now, if you're trying to start something for yourself, no matter if you're a high schooler, no matter if you're retired, no matter if you're currently working at a job, if this is something you want to do, you can 100% start it tomorrow morning. What you would do is just know who your neighbors are, knock on their doors, and just ask them, hey, can I have one shot? I'm trying to grow a lawn care business. Can you let me service your property and all that? And usually they will say yes if you're genuine and you have a great attitude to them and you're really professional. Once you get that trust, you're going to be money and you're going to start making money. So get out there tomorrow, guys. If you're in high school and you're working somewhere, I know what it's like. I've been there. Use your dad's, use your grandfather's push mower, use someone's weed whacker, use whatever. You don't even need a blower. Get out there with a broom. You can start it tonight or tomorrow, guys. I'm so capable, and if something is holding you back, use this video to give you that encouragement. Use this video to let you know that it is so possible, guys. I feel escaped. I am free, and I'm just so happy that I'm building something for myself. There's times where I'm stressing, and it is a lot to worry about, knowing all these customers, clients that are texting you, knowing your schedule, but you're doing it for yourself at the end of the day, and that's all that matters. Don't let someone's minimum wage deter you or keep you trapped or locked in. You are so much more valuable than what you are getting paid right now. And I know that you can provide so much value to someone else and bring a smile to a customer's face because you love servicing their property and you care about them. And once you show them that you care about them, you will continue to get business and you will continue to grow a business for yourself. So guys, I hope you enjoyed my story. It's super, super important to me, guys. I think about it every day because I came from really doing nothing for myself, working for someone else, and I eventually started my own company. And I'm super proud of myself, but I keep it to myself. I try to be as humble as possible, but I'm going to continue to grow, and I'm going to keep you guys on this journey. Thanks for